Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be taking a look at whatever relationship you currently have on your mind and seeing if you guys are soulmates. I'm very excited to be able to do this reading today for you. I am going to preface this by saying that just because two people are soulmates doesn't mean they have to stay together forever. So we're definitely going to take a look at your connections and see what's going on there, see what's causing any sort of confusion, and try to get you guys a little bit of clarity, hopefully some peace of mind, whatever I can do for you guys today. So our first card is going to be this cute little frog guy, along with this very beautiful Buddha opalite. It's like a little baby Buddha, so cute. Our second card is going to be the bee. Along with this rose quartz rose. And then our third card will be the egg. Rose quartz witch hat. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to pick your pile. I'm actually also going to go ahead and get a little bit closer here so you can get a better idea of what is calling to you. And I usually have one that distinctly calls to me. It might be different for each of you. Maybe you guys are attracted to a card, maybe you guys are attracted to a crystal. Maybe you guys can't make up your mind. In that case, you might have more than one message here for you, or there might not be a message here for you, so don't try to force it if it's not just coming to you. You might also have to watch the beginning of each pile to figure out which is your pile. Alright, so let's get a closer look here. Give you guys a couple seconds. Alright, let's get started. Hello, pile one. If you chose our little froggy friend here, and our opalite Buddha, congratulations, you have made it to your pile. I am going to start this reading by saying that the frog is all about change, right? Frogs have the cycle from egg to tadpole to frog, and once they get to frog, they can be both on land and in the water. So it could be that the connection you're inquiring about is going through some sort of change, which is causing you some confusion. But we're going to take a deeper look into what's going on here. We're going to start by just flat out asking if this is or isn't a soulmate connection. Release this desire. And I'd like to point out that we are getting release coming out as a really major theme here. Realign and call it in. And like that it's necessarily a no. I feel like there's just an amount of overthinking and overanalyzing that's happening right now, and you might very well want this to go in a certain direction, and you might be placing just a little bit too much importance on the outcome, when in manifesting, what you're supposed to do is you set your intention and then you release the outcome and let the universe surprise you. So I feel like what is being called to here is just like the need to trust and really let the universe surprise you. And this is absolutely something that you can manifest if it's, what you really want. But I think you're going about it the wrong way. You're not trusting. Which then, if you're not even just trusting the process, what kind of relationship are you then setting yourself up to have? Are you going to be able to trust it once you get it, or are you going to sabotage it once it becomes yours? So let's take a deeper look into what's going on here. Let's see how you guys are both showing up in this connection. What energy are you guys showing up in? We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so we have the scorpion and the snake. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to say that this is you, and this is the person you're inquiring about. It's completely okay if the energies, for whatever reason, are mixed up. There could also be an amount of mirroring that's happening that could cause something like that. But let's take a look in the book to get you guys' a read on you guys' energy and see if this sounds familiar. Alright, so we have the snake for them. The snake is an earth sign, so guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential, the snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whatever this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How could you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Okay. And then we will get to the scorpion, which is a fire sign. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. The scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they are left feeling burned. The scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. Yeah. And I feel like that makes perfect sense. With release coming up so many times, I feel like there is like some sort of situation where you are feeling burned. And what else I'm going to point out is that I don't think this for sure doesn't have anything to do with you, right? Like, you are directing energy at this other person, but this other person is kind of going in circles with themselves here with this snake card. And what I'm also going to say is this card is kind of about like an awakening happening. Like, when you think about that snake that's at the base of our spine, a kundalini awakening is when you then awaken that energy, and it really causes this huge transformation, like a spiritual awakening of sorts, right? And it's really intense to go through. So I feel like this person is going through some sort of really intense awakening, and it's not that there isn't some sort of feeling there, it's just that they are too busy going through this awakening to be really paying attention to much else at this moment, and that's going to affect how they're able to show up for you right now. It's they have to, you know, tend to themselves before they can even think about showing up for other people. What I'm also going to point out is the snake is an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo could somehow be important. And then fire signs could also be important with Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but that doesn't have to necessarily be important. That could just be like an extra layer of information there. All right, let's see what other information we can get here. Illumination. Yeah, Scorpion friend, I feel like there's just a lot that you need to release right now. Vesta, inner spark, sacrifice, devotion. Okay. I feel like you have really shown up with like an unwavering devotion for snake person, and that's why you're feeling so burned at the moment, is because it's probably not being reciprocated again, and it's just because snake person is going through their own thing right now. This is not a personal thing whatsoever. Let's get a look at what is going on with the connection itself at the moment. Let's see what the actual connection looks like right now. So we for sure have like more fire energy coming up on this side. And I feel like this is really a call for you to step into your power, and try not to get too hot-headed about any situation that pops up. Like don't try to get too fixated about it. Don't try to get too worked up about it, because I feel like that is what's really causing a block. Like there's like some resistance going on here, and it's kind of like it's coming from this feeling of being slighted that needs to be let go of. Yeah, that's exactly what needs to be let go of. And I feel like actually with this coming in between both of you, like you both have for some reason have this feeling of being slighted, and that's where this block is coming from. And this is actually something you both need to release right now, especially if there is any hope for this connection. Like there are things you for sure both have to release, which is why these cards are coming up in between you. And then the bottom of the deck is death. could be the reason that we need to release this is that things have changed on such a fundamental level that it's just not gonna go back to how it was. So I mean, soulmates or not, this is something that needs to be accepted. And you have to figure out like what you want to do with that information, because you still do have agency here. Are you willing to accept the situation as it is and what a relationship with this person would look like if you do continue to choose a relationship with this person? Or is the change that's happened so against what you would want for yourself out of a long-term connection that it's the relationship itself? Like it's going to resonate differently for some of you guys. For some of you guys, there's like a period of fighting, a period of argument that's happening, and either you guys have to drop the argument and learn how to work together, or for some of you, it's the relationship itself has become so contentious that it's the relationship itself that you have to admit has changed on such a fundamental level that it just needs to be released. So take from that what you will. Let's get some more information. Oh my goodness, Beast, what are you doing? What are you doing, my guy? With death being at the bottom of the deck as well, what I also will point out is for some of you, if you are in a place of stagnancy, or if this is like something new that you're looking to pursue and things just aren't really moving right now, for some of you what that death card then could mean is that that is going to change and it's something that you don't see coming. But like your resistance to how that's going to happen is what needs to be released. So I hope that resonates for some of you. Yeah, oh my goodness. Three of Birds, yeah, there's for sure something that's happening here that's causing a lot of turmoil. But what we have to remember about the Three of Birds is, yes, we will experience it as a physical, emotional pain, an emotional feeling of heartache, but that heartache is coming from the thoughts that we are having about the situation. A lot of times it's our perception of what has happened that is causing this pain, and it again has less to do with the actual situation, but how we're thinking about the situation. Like, is it really as dire as it seems, or are you making mountains out of molehills? Are we being stubborn here? And then Four of Trees, yeah. So I will say we for sure have a lot of earth energy coming up on this side. Earth and air is so far all of this. So we have earth, air, earth. The air signs then being Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So for sun, moon, rising, they could have a lot of these placements in their chart. And then this side so far is a lot of fire and a little earth, because the peacock is Taurus specifically. And then what I'm also going to point out is there's like so much about this person being very physically attractive. And what I'm going to say is I don't want you to take what's going on this side of things as anything that diminishes your worth, your value, your beauty, not just your external beauty, but that internal beauty as well. This isn't a reflection of that as well. Like, you are so very nurturing. You do have so many great like motherly qualities, and I mean you're showing up as the Empress here, and what the Empress represents, it's like if the queens are queens, right? But if you put all the queens together, they make the Empress. So it's not, it's like you're showing up as the Empress, but then you have this layering of Mother of Wands, which is like the most attractive of the queens. So you really have just like this physical beauty to you, and I hope that you see that about yourself. And then the bottom of the deck for this one is the Bridge, and things might seem so dark right now, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to have hope. Remember, like, be careful when you're setting expectations for people, because people don't have to meet your expectations. And I feel like for some of you, that's a lot of what's going on here, is like you expected this person to be this way, you expected this person to behave this way, and it's because of what a beautiful, nurturing, kind person you are. You expect other people to be that way, and people don't have to meet that expectation. So mind your expectations for sure. Believe me, I get it. It would be nice if people could meet those expectations. It would be nice if there were more kind-hearted, wonderful people like you in this world. But that's just life, you know? So we have on this side the Two of Wands, yeah, and I really feel, and I like that with this Two of Wands, like we have this girl that's like looking out her window. It's almost like she's waiting for something to happen, and that's definitely an energy of what I'm getting here. It's like you're waiting for your lover to return or something like that, you know what I mean? It's anticipation, it's are they coming back, it's I hope you're not like sitting by the phone waiting for a phone call. And then in the middle, oh my god. Yeah, there really is just so much, there's like a lot of tension that's going on between the two of you. It's a lot of resistance. Stop. And then on their side, we have the Magician. There could have been some manipulation on their behalf. And some selfishness on their behalf, which is probably why you're feeling a bit slighted. And it's like they won't even give some sort of explanation. They're just kind of keeping everything to themselves. It sucks, but do you feel like they owe you an explanation, or do they really owe you an explanation? I don't think they view it that way, you know what I mean? I think you guys for sure have different ways of how you would handle the situation, and I think their perception is, well, I don't really owe that person anything, so they might even feel inclined to just sort of like up and leave without any sort of explanation. Or they're not giving you the explanation, and that's a part of their manipulation. Like they are withholding some parts of the truth to keep you close, just to keep you waiting, to keep you in this anticipation. So they're not losing you completely. Like they probably want you around at some capacity and for some reason, and these reasons are probably selfish reasons. They might like your attention. They might, if there's some sort of benefit to having you around, they probably would like to maintain that benefit. So they're not disclosing everything to you. Yeah, and bottom of the deck is Two of Pentacles. So like I feel like things are just really just up in the air right now, and they're choosing to keep it that way for, you know, I don't think anyone chooses that for good, when they have good intentions, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get some more information. And the other thing I'm going to point out is when you have someone that's really like withholding information from you, to alter the decisions that you would make, what we have to think about here is consent, okay? If you knew the full truth, are there things that you then would not consent to? Think about it that way, and are you okay with that? Okay. Interesting. So what I'm going to say is that you for sure are feeling this connection with Six of Crystals, being synergy, gratitude, and I feel like that's like, you know, really how you're showing up here is even with how you're being treated, you're keeping like you're trying to keep a happy perspective, you're trying to keep a happy spin on it. And Six of Crystals can for sure be a soulmate card. So like you see the connection, you see the potential of the connection. It does also pertain to past lives. So there is probably like on some soul level a recognition of this being a past life connection, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are meant to be together in some capacity. You might be meant just to learn a lesson from this person. But I feel like this connection is something that surprises the both of you, which is what gives so much resistance to it. Like you guys don't really know how to handle it. And then we have release and revelation coming up. Yeah. There's just so much coming up about release right now. And then we have creative force and confidence coming over on this side. And I really feel like they are wielding just like so many forces to their own advantage, which is for sure something to be on the lookout for with with this person. It's giving tricky energy here. And then the bottom of this deck is justice, truth, clarity. And I want you to really think about like how you're being treated currently by this person, and is that right? Is that okay with you? Really weigh up like the benefits of this connection, everything you've put into this connection, everything they've put into the connection. Is it fair? Is it just? There's a lot of being stingy. This person's like being very stingy with their emotional resources, you know? They're not really being open and receptive or giving that much, you know? They're probably in a position of taking from you, taking your attention, taking your time, taking this and that from you, taking whatever you'll give them without really giving much in return. I feel like there's for sure like a sense of being betrayed here. And I feel like there's just really like this, like it's shocking to you. It's shocking that someone could behave that way, which is what's causing you to get kind of stuck here. Like you're still stuck in this state of shock over how this person has treated you previously. And it's like you might even be in this mode of then getting stuck on trying to get them to treat you right, in an effort to try to convince yourself that you are really like worthy of that. But you don't need them to treat you right to know that you are worthy of that. You just have to know that they're incapable of that for whatever reasons they have. You know, whatever they're going through is causing them to act in ways that isn't really good for you, and that's what you need to know right now. So then we have the 5 of Cups. There's for sure a lot of, you know, emotional pain that's going on, physical, mental anguish that's happening here, you know, like you're feeling, it's putting you in a lack mindset for sure. Interesting. And then we have with the 5 of Swords coming up with them, like they're just being very like sneaky. They're being secretive. They're being manipulative, conniving. They're like win at all costs. And you know, it's like they're trying to get one over you, for whatever reason. King of Cups is the bottom of the deck, and don't worry, it's like there is love out there for you. I'm not sure you should be trying to find it with this person. Okay, let's get 2 more rounds of tarot, and then we're going to this person is meant to be definitely just a lesson. Like there's a lesson about letting go here. I feel like you get like, you just take things way too personally, and you get super fixated on your hurt sometimes, which keeps you stuck in this lack mindset. And that's what really needs to be released right now. And not like, forget about releasing the person, that'll come. What it really has to be released here is this lack mindset, is this focus on what you can't have, if that's the case here. Because you're just holding yourself back from, you know, finding good, healthy, stable love. And think about how this person is treating you right now. Is this the hallmark of someone that's even like capable, like someone that won't even communicate where they are, knowing that they have someone else on the hook, and really like hanging on to them? Is that the mark of someone who's capable of being in a healthy relationship? And is that what you want for yourself? You know, rejection is just a form, rejection is just divine protection, and it could very well be that the universe threw a wrench in this just to be like, no honey, this person cannot treat you the way that I want you to be treated, so we're going to do something about this. And I think on some intuitive level, like, you know that, but there's something happening subconsciously that keeps you like pining for this person's attention. You need to figure out what that is so you can release that, and once you release that, like, this will solve itself. Yeah, and there's definitely a need to like use your head in this one. Like, you might be listening too much to your anxiety, your fears. Like, this may have validated some deep-seated sense of worthlessness. It's reaffirming that inside of you, and you could possibly be listening to that and operating from that hurt space, when you need to be leaning into your heart space and operating from there. You need to be leaning into your more logical side, your intuition, and operating from there. And then Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is really just a time for forward movement, to leave things behind, to let things go, to just move on. And then Page of Pentacles. You can ask for a conversation. I feel like this person would give that conversation to you. I feel like they're not going to offer it because they're a little bit of a coward, quite honestly. So I mean, don't expect it, but if you really want it, you can always ask. You have that is fully in your wheelhouse to do. Then we're going to get some oracle messages from them. The Moon. Yeah, let your intuition guide you. I feel like there's a lot coming up here about like just being in the dark, and that's exactly where this person wants you. They want you kind of like lost, so they can play whatever game it is that they are playing, but you have an internal compass. You can listen to that, you know, let the moon guide you, let your intuition guide you. get in touch with your internal light. That way you're not focusing on all the darkness around you so much right now. Page of Cups. I feel like there is at some level still some romantic feelings there, and it is kind of more like a childish type, like it's not really a mature love, it's more like a high school crush or something like that. That's what it's giving. And then Ace of Wands is coming up for them again, so there is like opportunity there, but you really have to release your attachment to what the outcome is going to look like. And again with the Queen of Wands, yeah, and it's going to take some confidence, and you might even be doing things to try to control the situation yourself, like reestablishing, like if they disappear for a little while, you might do what you can to try to reestablish the connection, and you might be doing that like over and over and over again, and you're operating out of a place of insecurity when you do that, when you need to be operating out of a place of confidence. You really just don't see like how attractive you are and how much better you could be doing for yourself. We're gonna get some oracle cards now. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. Yeah, you have all of the answers that you need within you. Like, you're probably just watching this reading and agreeing with everything that's happening, and it's because you already know the truth. Like, you already know it. But then what's also being called here is to trust that there is a plan for you, and it may not be the plan that you have, because it's going to be something that's more appropriate for you. It's going to be what you actually need and not what you think you need. Then we have the Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Yeah, release this desire to control the outcome. Let the universe surprise you. And it might be like, it might even be something like you finally learn to release this, and then they come back, and what it turns out is like, maybe they had some sort of habit, like maybe they had a sex addiction that you didn't know about, and they have to go like a certain amount of time abstaining from sex before they can start to form connections, or maybe they're in AA or something, and there's like some process that they actually have to complete as a single person before they can even pursue a relationship that you don't know about, and then it's like you're gonna finally give up, and then they're gonna come back around and like disclose all of this information. You're gonna be like, oh, all right then. So you never know what's gonna happen. Or maybe you finally give up on this person, and then bam, like the person that you're actually meant to be with is right around the corner. Like maybe you finally go out to meet new people, and then the next person you meet is like the person that you've been waiting for. Don't give up hope. And then Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. Yeah, there's so much about having, like, I feel like you are a very spiritual person, and there is a lot that you can intuit, but you, from time to time, get out of touch with that intuition, and I feel like this is really calling to, like, I feel like you can feel into this person's energy, and it's just something that you haven't been doing because there's something that you don't want to hear there. The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. Yeah, the right relationship is for sure going to come along for you. Maybe it is this relationship. I cannot say that for you. Maybe it isn't. You have that answer inside yourself. Only you truly know that. All right, now let's get some messages from them. What does this person have to say for themselves at this moment that pile 1 is receiving this reading? Alright, it's not even that and that's what's so confusing for you, right? Because you're getting all of these mixed signals, right? They're probably doing a lot of like this push and pull, or like this distancing, and this is where you get confused. I feel like you can feel that they do truly love you on some level, so you're wondering why they're being so distant about it, why they're being so weird about it, why they're not acting on it. I check on you from afar. Yeah, and if you are feeling like this pull towards them, that could actually be you, like especially with the High Priestess popping up here, that's probably you intuiting them checking up on you from afar, because there is for sure something going on here, right, where the feeling, it's not for a lack of feeling, it's not for a lack of affection, and it's like, then so what is it? And it's just that this person, there's something that this person is going through right now, and it could even be like they don't want to put you, like they maybe think that they wouldn't be a good partner right now because of what they're going through, and they don't want to put you through that pain, and it's because of how much they love you that they don't want to put you through that at this moment. Yeah, they could have a lot of confusion on their part, where maybe they do have like this fear of intimacy or something that's happening, where like the connection is confusing, which I think is why there's a lot of resistance that's happening between the both of you. Like on your side, you're feeling really burned and putting up walls, and on their side, like I think this connection like scares the hell out of them. So it's like they want to get close, but then they run away to keep some sort of distance as like a defense mechanism, and they just really don't know what to do right now, because it's like they want to keep you on some level, but they don't know, like, but once they get closer, then they get scared and then they run away, and it's like a very confusing process for them. Secrets and deception, yeah, there's definitely things that they're keeping from you, and what the secrets and deception actually could be is like that, yeah, they do really love you, they probably have never told you that, and that could be something that they're hiding there. It's like this is something that they want, but they have like just so much stuff going on internally that they don't even know like what to do with those feelings. And then you are the love of my life is the bottom of the deck. Like, yeah, they have like these super intense feelings for you, and with this being the bottom of the deck, this is like things that we don't see. I think that this is like what they're hiding from you, is just like how intense their feelings are, and for whatever reason. Okay, let's get some charms. I'm gonna try to do this like quietly, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing a good job mixing up the charms. Oh my goodness, my dude, this is not food. I don't know why you keep running over that. I even made you guys like a brand new charm bag, so I'm excited about the new charms that get to come out. Alright, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in some more. There we go. Alright, we're gonna start with these charms. So we have Virgo. Virgo could be important, Virgo or Virgo season, and Capricorn. So yeah, I feel like that's really funny, because then we had like one side that was coming up with a lot of earth signs. So Virgo and Capricorn could be super significant here. Either sun, moon, rising or a lot of earth placements, or they could be like very earthy. They could be a little bougie, actually. Like Capricorn is for sure a bougie sign. They could be kind of bougie. Also someone that overthinks things a lot, with Virgo being like the biggest overthinker in the world. And they could be very smart. These seasons could have, like, you could see some sort of forward movement. We are, when I'm filming this, coming up on Virgo season. So Virgo season could be important. You might see something there. Maybe that's when you finally let it go. Maybe you really start to let go from Virgo through Capricorn season. So that's exciting, because right now those seasons are coming up, and I hope you are able to release. All right, and then we have the teddy bear. I feel like this person really just wants to give you a hug. And they really do see you as like their princess. Like they have some like possessive feelings over you, which might be scares them. Yeah. And you really light up their life, like with the sun card coming out. Okay, for letters, we have an A, we have an M. Oh, and then if we put this here, we have I am. Interesting. We have a U, we have a D. I am done. Maybe you're getting to a point where you're just like, I'm done with this. This could be an X with the X coming out here. Z. And then with the spider coming out, the spider really is a message. Think about what a spider does, right? A spider can just weave this amazing web out of thin air, basically, right? And that's exactly what spiders are all about. It's knowing that you have this unlimited potential within you to create whatever reality you want, and don't forget that. And with this unicorn, I feel like this calls to like your uniqueness. Like this person really does see you as someone that's different. You are the horse that's different from all of the other horses, because you have this beautiful horn. You're like, I'm getting the last unicorn with this. And then with the bat, bats really symbolize psychic communication, because bats communicate with sonar. They don't really communicate with words. So I feel like there is a lot of like psychic communication going on between the two of you. And then we have the pumpkin. So you could be someone that really loves spooky season. Pumpkin spice could be significant. Oh, and then we have a C. So I'm gonna let you take a look at the charms for a little bit, see if there's anything that's... And then we have the leaf over here. I feel like going for a walk outside will help you to kind of detach from the situation and get you out of your head a little bit. All right, I am... hold on a second. I can... You can let go if you really want to. All right. But with all that being said, I'm gonna let you take a look at the charms for a couple more seconds, see if there's anything that you're catching there that is significant for you. You can even screenshot this so you can put the pieces together a little bit longer. And I think that is all that I have for you, Pile 2. I hope that you got some clarity here. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoyed doing this reading for you. It has been a pleasure being the medium for this message to reach you through. And I will do another one of these very soon. Bye! Hello, Pile 2. If you chose this transition congratulations on making it to your pile. What I'm going to go ahead and say right off the bat with this card being the first card out is that there's probably something here, something that's being held onto that needs to just be transmuted back into love and light. But we are going to go ahead and take a look at how you guys are actually showing up in this connection. We're going to take a look at what the state of the connection currently is, and we are also going to just go ahead and ask if this is a soulmate connection, and then take a deep dive into why it's so confusing for you right now. Spirit. So for pile 2, what they are in right now, is this a soulmate connection? Stop ruminating. Yeah, I feel like there's for sure a level of overthinking that's happening here. But we're gonna take a deep dive into it anyways. Trust you already know. Yeah. So I feel like on some intuitive level there is an answer already inside of you, and I feel like they're doing a lot of like listening to your anxieties, listening to your fears, listening to your doubts, listening to things that aren't your intuition. And your intuition, when you're like quiet and sitting still, probably comes in pretty loud and clear on this one, but then you rationalize it away, saying, well, I can't possibly just know that, and you know, whatever it is you're telling yourself that's making it so that you're not seeing things quite accurately at this moment. But let's go ahead and take a look at how you both are showing up in this connection right now. Are showing up in. What's going on here? So this card I'm going to use as you. All right, my beaver friend. And then this this card I'm going to use as your person. But it's okay if the energies are mixed up. That happens sometimes. There could also be like an amount of mirroring that happens that causes that. So what we are going to do now is we are going to go ahead and see what's going on with how you guys are showing up. You guys are both showing up as water signs, which could be that you both are kind of in your feels at this moment. What I'm gonna say for you is that you are standing in your power here, where you're neither like chasing or attracting, you're facing straight forward, right? The dolphin person has their energy directed elsewhere, however. So let's see what's going on here. Beaver. hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term, steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, self-service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor, self-service. Okay, so let's see about this dolphin person. Dolphin, innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on a level of the spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with the dolphin will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on its way. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power. To bring it to balance, like-minded spirits. Going to do is we are going to take a look at the connection itself to see what's going on here, why you are so confused. We have the Father of Swords, we have Seven of Cups, and we have the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Daughter of Cups. I feel like there is some level of like really innocent kind of almost juvenile romance going on here. So you guys could both be really young, or one of you could be really young. And then with the Father of Swords coming up on your side, I feel like you for sure spend a lot of time thinking about this person, and really trying to be logical about the situation. And I want to point out that it's up to you where you place your thoughts. It's up to you what you choose to focus on. And this card can indicate like a lot of daydreaming, a lot of fantasy that's happening. And I'm kind of wondering if you're seeing this person for who they really are, if you're getting caught up in the fantasy of who they are. Or maybe you could do that in the opposite way, where you're getting caught up in your fear of who they are. Maybe you're taking their actions the wrong way. And then with the Five of Wands coming up on their side, I think that there is something that's conflicting them that has their focus right now. Or there's something that causes conflict in the connection itself that has their focus right now, or what they have their focus on at this moment is what's causing conflict. Like maybe this is someone that has children, and they're too busy focused on their children to really pay attention to you or the connection at this moment. But let's get us some more information. And that means that we have the Seven of Cups coming out then twice in this reading. Eight of Wands, okay. So I feel like you are kind of really up in the air. No, you have like you're possibly like in denial, or you have like some anxiety towards the connection that is really causing a mental block for you here, where you're just not, like your intuition's being blocked, and it's you're giving into fear, you're giving into doubt, you're giving into things that are preventing you from seeing things in a more accurate manner. The other thing I'm going to say then is that we have water and a lot of air on this side. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then Aquarius, Libra, Gemini could be significant for you. Well, for them, what could be significant is water and fire, since they have a lot of water, and then a little bit of fire. So again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries for them could be significant. Doesn't have to be. That could just be like an extra confirmation there. And I feel like there's a lot of time spent like fantasizing about like this happy ending with this person. And it's maybe keeping you like not in reality, like maybe you're deluding yourself in some way. Endurance. Yeah, I feel like what's really being called for here is like to really get in control of these thoughts that aren't really serving you. I feel like you guys are really happy when you are together, and you do really see them as like your fantasy partner, and moving forward is going to take a lot of courage and strength for you, because you're going to have to overcome all of these doubts and fears that you're experiencing to be able to make something happen here. Discipline, determination. Yeah, it's for sure going to take a lot of discipline to get to where you want to go with this person. And I feel like you for sure do have the ability to steer it in the direction that you want. You just have to stop listening to like your more negative thoughts. And then 9 of Acorns, power, perseverance. I feel like what's happening is like you maybe read their actions the wrong way, and it causes you to, like, the way you interpret it, like there'll be what they say, and then there's what they actually mean when they said it, and then there's how like you interpret it. And I feel like your interpretations of the things that they do and say cause a lot of conflict within the relationship, and it's a lot of unnecessary conflict. The Tower, yeah. And I think this is something that you really need to, like, this is a realization that you need to come to. A lot of that is coming from your own head, the way you perceive things, and not necessarily like what they're doing and saying. Equinox, commitment, integration. Yeah, this is for sure going to take some commitment on your behalf, and it's really up to whether or not you are really willing to make that commitment. Are you committed to self-change? Are you committed to taking a good look in the mirror and seeing how a lot of these problems are actually coming from you instead of blaming external circumstances? Trine, auspiciousness, positivity, luck. I feel like you guys are very compatible. Yeah, and this for sure like is a soul connection, which is probably something that you are picking up here, and I think that's like the guiding light that you have to listen to right now. But then again, you have to remember that just because it is a soul connection doesn't mean it's something that has to last forever. Okay, let's see what other information we can get here. Temperance. Yeah, there's a lot of healing that has to happen on this side for sure. There's like an imbalance that's happening, probably mentally, that's causing a lot of resistance, and it's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take a lot of endurance to really overcome the anxieties or whatever, you know, maybe it's depression, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's anger management, whatever it is. There's balance that needs to be brought to the situation. It has to happen on your side. It's not necessarily the dolphin person. And then Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you guys just have like so much fun together. I feel like there is probably a lot of like partying and just like good times that you guys have together. Knight of Pentacles, but things are moving really slow right now, and it's really like your own mindset that's slowing things down. And then we have the King of Swords again, and again, this is like a mastery of self, a mastery of your own brain, a mastery of your own thoughts that needs to happen. It's not like you're thinking that like maybe the other person has to change, or you have to wait until the other person acts like this or that. And no, it's your own thought process that's getting in the way here. Information is available to us in this moment. Okay. Hierophant. There is like, it could be like you want like a more traditional relationship with this person. I'm not sure that that's what this person has to offer. No, there is for sure. It's a mutual thing. Like you guys both want a serious commitment. And with this like being something that you guys both want, I would then say that yeah, it's just like your own fear that's getting in the way of that actually manifesting for you. And there's probably a more traditional route of establishing that connection that is going to be the way to go with this person. And then we also have a lot we have some Taurus energy coming here. So Taurus and the Hierophant, Taurus and the Empress, the Hierophant and the Empress are both Taurus, so I'm just going to point that out. But I think that you see this person as like a whole lot of fun. You just really enjoy spending time with this person. You guys could have met at a social gathering, like a party, an event, something where community gathers is probably how you guys met. And then 10 of Cups, yeah. But you guys really do have like a lot of emotional fulfillment when you guys are around each other, and this connection for sure has the opportunity to offer a lot of long-term emotional fulfillment. Okay, Six of Pentacles, and be sure that what you are pouring into this relationship is also what you're getting out. Make sure you're not overgiving yourself. Make sure that there is balance within this connection. Temperance, yeah. I feel like with these two coming out next to each other, there is for sure like an imbalance that needs to be healed within yourself, and it might cause you to actually give much more than you're getting, and that's something that needs to work on to see like some forward momentum here. That's what's slowing this all down. And then Seven of Swords, yeah, make sure you're not picking up stuff that's not yours. Make sure you're not carrying other people's baggage. Make sure that things are happening fairly, and pay attention to your thoughts too. Like, pay attention to how you feel when a thought comes across your mind about this person, because I feel like there might be some distrust that's happening here that might not be completely necessary, and I feel like you're allowing yourself to lie to yourself about this person. Then the Ace of Cups, yeah, what you don't really see there is like there is just such this abundance of emotion that is going on. It's there. I think that you might, overthink it and then start doubting it, and so that you're not seeing it's there, but it's there. All right, so what else is going on here? What more clarity can we get? Okay, Page of Swords, and I feel like just having a conversation with this person, like sitting down and having an honest conversation with this person will really help to cut through all of the uncertainty that you're experiencing. Queen of Cups, yeah, it'll help you really get to like the heart of the matter and to heal a lot of it and to help it get to develop it from like a more of a juvenile type of connection to more of a mature type of connection. And then Justice. Make sure that you're being treated fairly in this situation. I feel like this is also something that's coming up a lot. Make sure this person isn't like taking advantage of you and how much you like them. And Knight of Pentacles, yeah. And don't be afraid to take things slow. Like, there might be a need to kind of like escalate the situation much quicker in an attempt to alleviate your anxiety. And that's not really going to alleviate your anxiety. That's just going to give you something different to be anxious about. That's something that has to come within. So really like take it slow, really listen to yourself, really take time to feel things out, see how things are going, check the progress, to make a more rational decision. All right, now we're going to do some oracle cards. recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. Yeah, I feel like you guys are for sure soulmates on some level with this card popping out. I think that's something that you know intuitively. I feel like there was some sense of recognition when you first saw them, and I feel like you guys do have some sort of relationship. Like you guys are probably just friends, and you are friends that have a lot of fun together, and you probably want to take that a little bit further, and you're just like scared on how to do that. Like you want an actual committed relationship and you're not sure how to approach that. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. Yeah, I feel like this really calls, it's for sure giving like, there is something a little juvenile about the connection, and it could be coming from your own thought process on it, and it's like your perspective is what needs to, like there's a need for you to grow up a little bit, and there might be things that have been handed down to you from your ancestors that needs healing, that's giving you a little bit of an immature perspective on things. Like you may be told that, like say that you are female or identify as female, and you grew up with this idea that girls aren't supposed to ever approach boys, and that's not really true. Like you absolutely can go for what it is you want in life. You don't have to listen to that, and it could be that like there could be some outdated beliefs that are preventing you from moving the connection in the way that you want, and it's really going to be up to you to do this, and it's going to involve some growing up in order to get it done. Trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. Yeah, and understand that this person, regardless of whether they're in your life for a season or a lifetime, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, trust that you're going to get what you need out of this connection, because that's what they were put in your life for, is to help you grow, is to help you reach a new higher level of understanding, to get you more in touch with your higher self, to teach you to trust your intuition more, to teach you to embrace change, to teach you that things are always changing, and not to get so stuck on any one thing, because that one thing can change at the drop of a dime. And then the mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Yeah. Try not to put this person on a pedestal too much. Remember that they are just human, just like you. All right, now we are going to get some channeled messages from this person. One thing I'm also gonna I'm feeling called to say is that this person could like to make people chase them just for fun, because dolphins really are about having fun, right? So you might be like, why is this person running away from me? They might just be, doing it for their own entertainment. They maybe like to just like make people chase them, and don't take that the wrong way. Like you might be getting too up in your head about it, when really it's just, it's just fun for them. They don't mean it to hurt anybody. It's up to you whether you want to play, a cat and mouse game with them. If you want to channel into the fun of that, or if you want someone that doesn't play those types of games. Either one is okay, and it's up to you to decide what is best for you. Alright, let's get some channeled messages from them. Friends or family disapprove of this connection. Yeah, and that could be something that has their attention for sure, and why their attention is being diverted away from you. That could be something that's causing some tension or conflict within this connection. Please be patient with me. And it could be like that they do really want to take things further with you, and it could be other people are trying to like steer them away, and it's causing them a lot of confusion or internal conflict. Our story isn't over yet, and you know, they might be kind of running away right now, but I feel like deep down on a soul level, you guys both know that this isn't going to be the end of it. There's still some unresolved stuff that you guys have to figure out, and you guys are going to figure that out eventually. I abandon people to make myself feel important. Yeah, I feel like that's going exactly with what I was saying about them liking to run away just for fun, liking to kind of play this chase game. There's like something that they're getting out of it, and it yeah, hopefully they're not doing it maliciously. If they are, then it's time to consider, like, if they are in your life, if they're in your life for a season, and then you get to decide if you want that season to be over now, or if you want it to continue a little bit longer. But I feel like that they're gonna kind of do this game where they're gonna run away, but if you don't chase them, they will eventually come back. And then it's up to you what you want to do with that information. You make me want to be a better person, and they maybe don't like playing these games with you. It could just be, you know, they could get into these like moody fits where they kind of just kind of hit the floor running, and I feel like you make them want to stop doing that. You make them want to settle down. You make them want to have some sort of you make them want to feel emotionally fulfilled, which they are not feeling from these kinds of games that they play, because that's impossible when you're playing games. That's not a part of what true love is, right? And I feel like you make them want to experience that, but they just have their own stuff. Alright, now we are going to get your charms. I'm going to try to do this quietly, but I'm also going to try to make sure that the charms are mixed up nice and well. So sorry if this is kind of loud. First, I'm going to zoom in here so you get a good look at the charms. He ran out. So I feel like, especially with this dolphin facing, how the dolphin's facing away, I feel like this person, is for sure running away. Their energy is headed away from you, and again, that doesn't mean that they're not going to come back, and you could have like this nagging sense that they'll be back at some point. And again, it's up to you whether you want to whether you want to accept that or not. Okay, so then we have Taurus, Virgo, Libra, and Aries. So those signs could be somehow significant. We have the star charm, which I feel like really calls for you to just listen to your intuition. And this person, I feel like, really wants to just give you a hug, or you could really just want to give this person a hug with this teddy bear that's coming through. And then with the crow coming up, I'd pay attention to if you get any communication through animal spirits. The crow could be significant for you, and this could also be taken as an omen that things are headed to an end, especially with this maybe not an end, but like some sort of serious shift in the connection, right? Like things could change on some really fundamental level, and these two I feel like are coming out as an omen of that. And then again, just trust that you have all of the information that you need inside of yourself. And then an F. Your name could start with an F, their name could start with an F, I don't know. We only got one letter there, so that's kind of confusing. Okay, and then with this, I feel like this is really calling, is this a foot or a hand? I'm pretty sure this is a foot. Yeah, this is a foot. I feel like this is really calling for you to put your foot down in this situation. Maybe it really is time to have a conversation on this person's flighty behavior, especially if this is someone that just ran out, and I don't know if they gave you like an explanation. Like you guys could be in a no contact situation right now. So it really might be time for you to put your foot down and be like, listen, we need to talk about what's going on here. This isn't acceptable. I deserve an explanation. All right, pile 2. I hope you got something useful from this reading. I enjoyed doing this reading for you very much. It has been a pleasure being the medium for this message to come through. I will do another one of these for you guys very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the Sacred Sexuality Oracle card along with this rose quartz witch hat, then congratulations on making it to your pile. We are going to start this reading out by asking the cards if this is indeed a soulmate connection, and then from there we are going to deep dive into the connection itself to see what's causing so much disharmony or confusion or whatever it is that you are experiencing, so that hopefully we can clear a lot of that up and clear the air on a lot of that. All right. So, is this indeed a soulmate connection? You're veering off path, okay. Realign and call it in. So I feel like on some intuitive level, you know what the answer to this is, but I feel like you're letting fear and doubt really cloud your judgment here, or there's something clouding your judgment that's not allowing you to see the situation from a higher perspective. So let's take a look at the connection itself and see what more information we can get for you here. We're gonna start by seeing what energies you guys are showing up in. And I feel like that could also be calling to, like, you might be focusing a little bit too much on this connection right now, and it's preventing you from moving forward in other areas in your life, and it might be time to like recollect and reset and try to gain some clarity, try this video, whenever this video reaches you, this is a timeless reading, not necessarily when I'm filming it, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to set this as you, I'm going to set this as them. It's okay if the energies are reversed for whatever reason. There could be an amount of mirroring that's happening that could cause that. So let's see what's going on. All right, Gazelle, which is a fire sign. So Gazelle could be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries could be significant for you somehow. And then Mouse, which is an earth sign. So Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo could somehow be important as either sun, moon, rising, or you guys could have a lot of these energies in your chart, or you could just really identify with the personalities of these cards. So we're going to go ahead and read what those personalities are. I think we start with the Mouse because it's first. Okay. So Mouse, detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, nervous. The Mouse has an innate desire to tend to the detail. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a Mouse personality doesn't notice when they have gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite painful experience for both the Mouse and those around them. When Mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, organized, resourceful, prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose, to bring into balance a meaningful project. So what I'm also going to point out here is that you are standing here as this like beautiful, elegant gazelle with your gorgeous horns, while Mouse, though very cute, is very small and might be very intimidated of your big gazelle energy. So that is probably because like they are focused on you, like you're standing in your power here and their energy is being directed towards you, but it's being directed towards you in a more fearful way, in a more timid way, in a mousy way, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and take a look at Gazelle to see if you resonate with Gazelle personality. Okay, Gazelle, heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The Gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all these predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirits. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. Okay, and I feel like that's something that's for sure happening for both of you, which is making it so that you guys are veering off path here, right? Your tendency to maybe not always to kind of focus on the negatives a lot could have you spiraling out, and then this person's general anxiety and mousiness could be causing them to not be coming into this in full confidence as well. Let's see what more information we can get here for you two. Okay, I love that this is coming out for Gazelle too. This could really affirm some sort of fire placement, a lot of fire placement, specifically Aries. Trailblazing, innovative, fearless. Yeah, and that could also be why most person finds you so intimidating, is that you do have like this fearless quality to you that maybe most person doesn't possess, so they find that quality really intimidating in other people. Jupiter, optimism, growth, opportunity. And I'm pretty sure Jupiter is also an earth sign, so I really feel like that kind of affirms earth energy being somehow significant for most person. And there could also be a need from growth with how they are kind of, they could be, they could be waiting for like an opportunity with you, and they could be like really optimistic about it, and then with them kind of playing it small, this could signal also like their need for growth. Yeah, and then with the bottom of the deck being soul, I feel like at some level you guys do know that this is a soulmate connection. Again, that doesn't mean that you guys stay together forever. It could be for a reason, for a season, for a lifetime. That's really up to you, and you know what you guys put into this connection is going to be what you guys get out of this connection. And then you don't have to be fearful, like just because like it doesn't work out with this person doesn't mean it's not going to work out with anyone. There is no shortage of soulmates in this universe, and that is the beautiful thing about the universe. The earth is so very vast and so very abundant. That's not really something that we have to worry about. All right, so let's take a look at the connection itself to see what we can get for what is causing any either confusion, disharmony, or whatever is going on here, so that doesn't make it like a clear, I know that this person is my soulmate, or what's going on with the connection in general. What information Spirit wants to give us about this connection. So we have the Emperor. The funny thing about the Emperor is also Aries. So we have strong Aries energy coming through here for sure. Seven of Cups. And I feel like there's like, okay, with the Seven of Cups coming up underneath, you're veering off path. Seven of Cups can indicate a lot of indecision, and it's because there's a lot of wishful thinking, there's a lot of fantasizing. There's sometimes just too many options to choose just one, and it's like you might be sitting here questioning one person, but you're maybe dating multiple people, so it's hard to see whether or not this person is your soulmate. And it could be that like you're just so overwhelmed with all of your options, all of the possibilities that there are, that you're not really seeing things clearly. And then Mother of Pentacles. Yeah, we have more earth energy coming up. Mother of Pentacles is really this like nurturing card. Like you see, you have this deer here with this little baby doe by her side. That is for sure what Mother of Pentacles is all about. She's gentle, she's nurturing, she's kind. She probably has very pretty eyes. And then bottom of the deck is Son of Swords. So this is really, there's someone behaving kind of with haste and not making like very rational decisions. This could be like racing thoughts. This could be someone that is prone to angry outbursts, or someone that wants to move just too fast. And this could also be why the mouse is in mouse energy. It's like someone maybe wants to take things too fast, and it's causing the mouse to act small. They're like, no, let's slow down. I am all about earth. I am all about taking things slow, while this fire energy is all about speed, momentum, action. You know, fire sign wants to take action, and this earth sign is like, I'm not comfortable with that. Okay, let's see what made this connection physical yet. Like, this is something that you both want, but you both want it at different speeds, and how you want it to happen looks different for both of you, right? So this side probably wants it to be more like fast. They want it now. They might want something that kind of like burns hot and heavy but then fizzles out quickly, while the mouse person is looking for something that's a little bit more able to withstand the test of time, something that happens a little bit slower but lasts a little bit longer, something that is based more on sensuality, while the fire side is looking for something that's happening mostly out of passion, just pure passion, pure lust. And that could be what scares the little mousy person as well. It's like that's probably exactly what they're afraid of, is like that someone's showing up just wanting something that's very quick, fast, and leaves them feeling burned, because earth and fire aren't necessarily the most compatible signs, because fire can have a tendency to really scorch earth, and the mouse person probably sees that, and they're like, I don't want to get burned, friend. 8 of birds, the romantic, 8 of embers. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like if it is a situation where maybe like this fire sign, or the gazelle, is maybe trying to speed things up a little bit in this connection, I feel like if the mouse person is trying to take it at a slower pace, the gazelle could be taking it a little bit too personally. Like, they may be thinking that there's something wrong with them, that maybe that the mouse person doesn't find them attractive, and I don't think that's the case at all, because we do have well, first of all, we have sacred sexuality popping up between both of you, so yes, it is something that you both want. And we also have the romantic popping up between both of you, which I feel like affirms that there is a level of romantic feeling that is happening between the two of you. And again, it's just like this, it's really hitting mouse person like really hard and fast, like the speed that maybe gazelle person wants to take this, and it's just kind of like, that's just not what mouse person wants. And then bottom of the deck is like, yeah, they for sure do find you attractive, and I feel like, any sort of rejection that could have happened here, it doesn't have anything to do with how you look or your charisma or anything like that. It's just how you guys want this relationship to manifest is completely different, and quite possibly incompatible on some level, depending on what you guys want the final outcome of this to be. Seven of Swords, okay. Death, Actually, we'll put them like here and here. So yeah, I feel like there's something that's being hidden here. Are there things that you are keeping to yourself that it's possible that Mousy person is intuiting that, you know, there might be a level of dishonesty that's happening here? And that could be anything. Like, you could be hiding your true feelings for most person, and maybe most person just senses that, you know, they're just not receiving the full truth, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Like, you could be actually in love with most person and you don't want to tell them that just yet because you don't know how they feel about you, and you're afraid that that is going to change things if you let that information out. And then, are you also being honest with yourself right now? Are you being honest with yourself about what you truly want from this connection? Or are you just trying to tell yourself that you want whatever this person wants because you just like them so much? That's another thing to watch out for. So, you know, there are some truths here to your perspective that only really you know. And I feel like the only way to really move forward with Mouse Person is like things kind of have to happen on Mouse Person's level. And is that something that you're willing to go through in order for Mouse Person to gain more confidence and to really lean into this connection? Things have to happen at a slower pace, and that's the way to win Mouse Person over, is by moving more at their pace. And maybe you don't have to move completely at their pace. Maybe you can speed things up at some point a little faster that they would like, but they're going, in order to change how things are right now, and to, like, if you guys are at a point where you guys aren't physical yet, the way to change that is going to be through, you know, you're going to have to put in some effort to seduce Mouse Person, to show up in a romantic energy, to sweep them off their feet a little bit. Okay, let's see what more information we can Okay, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords again. Yeah. I feel like there's for sure a level of playing the victim here. There's like you're standing in your own way, and it might be because you are just focused on what it is you want out of this connection, and you're probably focusing on just like not getting what you want at this moment. And it's putting you like in a bad headspace where you're kind of like doubting yourself, not trusting or like thinking that just because things didn't, like, you know, maybe you guys went out on one date and maybe you had your expectations set a little bit too high for that one date, and because things didn't go how you wanted it to, like, you think like now things are never going to go how you wanted to, and that's just not like the truth. King of Pentacles, yeah, there is a need to like bring in some stability here, bring in some practicality here, to really show up in your power, to really take control, to really look at your emotional, your internal experience of this connection and see what it is that you think you know, right? Like whenever you're having these kinds of fearful moments, is that something you know, or is that something you're afraid of? Or is that something that you're hopeful for? And are you making decisions based off of what either you're afraid of or what it is you're hopeful for, and then, you know, kind of getting a little butthurt about it when it doesn't meet your expectation? Or are you leaning into your intuition about things here? And then the Magician. And I feel like you really do have all of the tools that you need to make whatever you want to happen happen. You just have to figure out how to wield them. And I feel like when you least expect it, things can change. Alright, let's see what more information we can get. Fortune. Yeah, this is for sure a fated connection. You guys met for a reason, and that is something you can definitely lean into with the Wheel of Fortune. And also then divine timing. Like, things are going to happen how they happen. Everyone has free will. That there are just going to be a lot of things. I mean, you don't really have full control over absolutely anything. The only thing you have full control over is yourself. You have influence over other things. So keeping that in mind, with what you are limited in being able to do here, things are going to happen in divine timing. And that could also be a lesson for you right there, right? Like, it is probably possible that you just have to learn how to trust, and the universe maybe even send this person in your way to teach you that. Teaching you how to lean into divine timing and trusting things. And then 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you really are close to some sort of success here. You're a lot closer than you think. Like, 8 is, you're almost at the 9. The 9 is when things kind of start flourishing. The 8 is like, you've done a lot of work with the 7, you're still working, but you're very close to getting what you want. And then the 8 of Wands. Yeah. This really speaks about speed, and I really feel like with the 8 of Wands coming over for Mouse Person twice, it's like the speed of how things are going that's putting them in that mousy energy. And then Strength. Strength is Leo, so we have even more fire energy that's coming here. And I feel like that's what's really, you know, scaring my mouse person away a little bit, is like how maybe strong you're coming on, or how strong the connection is that is putting them a little bit in their like more fearful energy. Yeah, I feel like you, especially with it coming over the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Wands is like some sort of conflict that's happening, and I feel like the conflict that's happening is coming from your internal experience of what's going on. Like, it's maybe messing with your head a little bit, and that's just something that you have to overcome here. Okay, and then divine timing could be a challenge for you here as well, like just leaning into things happening when they're meant to happen could be a real challenge for you to accept. So then we have the Ten of Cups. I feel like you guys have a lot of fun together, and there is a lot of emotional fulfillment that happens, and there is the possibility for this to be something more long-term if that's what you want. And with this coming out in between, I feel like that's something that you guys both feel. And then the Chariot. Yeah, I feel like they also really want things to move forward. Like, they want some sort of forward movement here, but again, at a pace that feels comfortable for them. And then Ace of Cups. Like, you're not seeing how much emotion there is between you guys. Like, you guys do really like each other, but I think you're just letting like things not going at the pace that you want things to be going, get to you and prevent you from seeing that right now. Okay, let's get some oracle cards now. Return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. Yeah, so be mindful of the story that you're telling yourself. Are you telling yourself this is never going to go how you want it to go? Are you telling yourself this person doesn't like me? Are you telling yourself this person isn't attracted to me? Maybe it's time to change your internal monologue to align yourself with what it is that you really want here. And then Held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. I feel like you are getting a lot of help from the spiritual realm with in terms of them probably trying to point this person in your direction and trying to help align things for you, and trust in that. Trust that the universe has your back. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. Yeah, I feel like they are in a place, and this is probably why they want to take things slow, where there's like a need for them to be a little bit more nurturing to themselves. And yes, they would like absolutely love to add another person to this, but there's, you know, they're probably going through their own stuff right now, and the need to take things slow is you know, maybe something that they've struggled with in the past, which is why it's something that they really want to practice in the present. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. Yeah, I feel like the answer for this one is really like it's in plain sight. It's right there for you to see. You just have to open yourself up to see it. You have to kind of take the goggles of fear off. You have to take the goggles of insecurity off. You have to stop seeing things through the lens of your trauma and start seeing things how they actually are. Now we're gonna get some channeled messages from this person and see what they have to say here. I love you. Yeah, this person, there is for sure no shortage of love and affection from this person. They just might not be expressing it in a way that makes sense to you. Like their love language could be gifting, and they might give you little things, but your love language is physical touch, and you're like, I don't want material things, I want you to touch me. And so it's like you're not really receiving what they're doing, and it could be like you just don't understand how they show or understand love, and that makes it so you're not seeing all the ways that they show that they love you. You are the person of my dreams. This person could actually have a lot of dreams about you. They could see you with you coming up in so much fire energy. If fire signs aren't significant for you, that could just be like how attractive this person thinks that you are, and that could also be what's like making them a little bit more timid around you. I'm afraid of commitment. Yeah, this could be it too. It could be like they do, on some level, very much see you as a long-term partner, but they're afraid to have that commitment with anything right now, with anyone right now. Maybe they need to work on having that commitment with their self first. Fights, arguments, conflict. Yeah, you guys could have gotten into like a little tiff, or they could have a lot of like conflicting feelings on the inside. Like they could really see you as long-term potential, but then it's that I'm afraid of commitment that's really giving them a lot of conflicting feelings at this moment. And then the bottom of the deck is Twin Flame, so that would make sense why there's a lot of confusion around this. Twin flames are notorious for being contentious relationships, so you probably are on a twin flame journey at this moment. So there's probably a lot of this like push and pull dynamic that's happening here that's causing so much confusion. You guys could be in your twin flame separation right now and wondering when they're going to come back, and you know, it could be that this person is just kind of standing off right now because this connection could be so intense for them that it's scaring them at the moment. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and take a look at your charms. I'm going to try to do this kind of away from the camera. Sorry if it's a little loud. I just want to make sure that I'm shaking the charms up very good. So I'm first going to point out, we have another one of these ram heads popping up. So Aries could be significant for sure here. Yeah, take your time with this, because it is really special. Aries and Sagittarius. I'm gonna actually zoom. I forgot to zoom in, you guys. I'm so sorry. Aries and Sagittarius could be really important here. And then this is like a deer antler, so, and then earth signs could also be important. And then we have this seahorse, and seahorses mate for life, and that could be what scares them. It's like they know once you guys enter into some sort of relationship, it has the potential to be something that lasts for a lifetime, and are they ready for that? With the cupcake, I feel like they think that you are really sweet, or that they see you as a snack. Then we have a T, we have a B, a T, and a C. So those initials could be significant somehow. Bitcoin could be significant somehow. Maybe they're really into cryptocurrency, or maybe you are. Or maybe you guys have those as initials. I'm gonna let you look at the charms a little bit more to kind of see anything that's popping out to you that makes sense to you. But I hope you got some information for this reading. I hope you were able to clear some stuff up for you. And I cannot wait to do another one of these for you very soon. It is always a pleasure reading for you guys. I love doing these collective readings. It has been a pleasure being the medium for this message to reach you through. And until next time, bye.